We're on the air, everybody. I'll call this meeting to order at 4:00 p.m. Nicole, roll call, please.
Alternate member Diane Guerna stated she would be absent this evening. Alternate member Isabella Rice. And Community Services Director Doug Story.
Here.
Youth Council member Ace Ashton.
Here.
Member David Valdivia.
Here.
Member Atta Williams. Member Brian Stevens.
Here.
Chair Laura Schnurr.
Here.
And Councilmember Lara.
Here.
Any requests for excused absences? That would be Diane, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Let's stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Ready to begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, everybody, and welcome. It's a new year. Do we have any adjustments to the agenda, Nicole?
No, we do not.
Conflict of interest disclosures from anyone? No? Okay, the public comment period, items not on the agenda. Any one person may address the committee on any matter not on this agenda. If you wish to speak, please fill out a public comment form provided at the back table and give it to the committee chair or city clerk. There is a 3-minute limit on public comments. There will be no sharing or passing of time to another person. State law prohibits the committee from discussing or taking actions brought up by your comments. So we're going to move to item C, our business items.
I'm just going to check with the phone lines to make sure.
Absolutely.
I don't have any written comments. Simone, do we have any callers on the line?
No callers at this time.
Okay. Business items, C1, introduction of new members. Am I doing that or are you? Okay.
Sorry, multitasking.
No, I'll wait. I'm moving too fast, sorry.
We have new members for this 2026 year. So I wanted to do just a quick intro. I will let them introduce themselves, but I just wanted you to know we have a new council member that sits on here. And one of our alternates is now a member. And then we have a new member here, Mr. Stevens. So I will let you guys introduce yourselves, and then we have some staff members also to introduce.
Oh, great.
Okay.
Who wants to go first? Brian, you want to go? Councilman? Go.
Hello. Okay. My name is Brian Stevens. I go by B. I'm just glad to be here and learn and be a part of something bigger than myself. So glad to be here.
Welcome.
I'm David Valdivia. I was the alternate sitting down there last year. Made my way up here. Just happy to do another term on this thing and see how it goes forward.
I'm City Council Mike Lara. This will be my first time on this committee. Looking forward to joining everybody and getting to know what's happening ahead of time so we can properly plan to attend these events. They're always a lot of fun, so I appreciate that. Looking forward to this year.
And then we have a new alternate member, Isabella, if you want to introduce yourself. Oh, the other way around. Press the button now. Press the button. There you go. Now you're on.
I'm Isabella Rice. I'm a new alternate, and I'm, like Brian said, I just wanted to be part of something bigger.
Well, welcome, everybody. Do you want to do city staff now?
I'll let you do stuff.
Yeah, I would like to take an opportunity to introduce some of our new staff members that are new to us in our department. To my right, we have our new Assistant Director, Don Crawl. Let him introduce himself. Go ahead.
Yeah, my name's Don. I'm the new AD here. Spent 7 years in Riverside County Parks and almost 4 years at the City of Redlands. So happy to be in Beaumont now. So.
Well, welcome.
Happy to have him. And then we've added a few other full-time staff as well. So Ashley, why don't you go ahead and introduce the new staff member?
Sure. So I'd like to take a moment to introduce Sam Salinas, who's in the audience. Sam, if you'd like to come up. Sam joined us in early December, and he's one of our new rec coordinators. So he'll be overseeing our programs and sports leagues. And I am just so happy to have him. He's already made a positive impact with our team. And Sam, do you want to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Thank you, Ashley. Born and raised in Porterville, California, small town, just like Beaumont here. So coming into here, I felt very, very welcome. It was a familiar sense of family here. And I take that very seriously. And I have came from a bachelor's degree in Parks and Recreation from Cal State Northridge, sports management, master's at Long Beach State. Did a bunch of internships in LA area, focused on collegiate sports, but then also did about 5 to 6 years at Desert Recreation District out in the Coachella Valley, which is where I currently reside. But taking all that experience there, building sport leagues from the ground up, recreation programs, working with families. I'm also a parent of 2 daughters myself, and I don't know, I'm just very happy to be here, and I hope I can serve the city of Beaumont very well.
Well,
Yes,
welcome.
Thank you both. We're very excited to have some of our new additions, and just like Ashley said, both making a real big impact right out the gate. And so we're very excited to bring them on to our team. And as you guys interact with events and programs and different things around our community, you'll bump into them, and hope to get to see them and interact with them as much as we do. So it's been a great thing. We love to see our team grow, and this has been a fun opportunity for us.
We ready to move on? Okay. Item C2 is reorganization of the committee. Nicole, would you like to address that?
Sure, I can do a quick intro. So each year, there's a selection of chair and vice chair. You guys can decide amongst yourselves. It just has to be a majority vote. So it's best if we do each one individually. So nomination for chair and then a vote, then nomination for vice chair and a vote.
So at this time, we're going to entertain ideas for the chair for the next, it's a year, right? The chair lasts for a year. So for 1 year, chair and vice chair. Anybody have any thoughts they would like to make a nomination or?
I would like to either be chair or vice chair. Go for one of them.
Okay. All right. Any thoughts? No thoughts? No. Okay. Okay. All right. Well, I have to say that being chair has been phenomenal for me in terms of personal growth and just the whole process. I would like to continue to be chair, but I know that it takes all of us to do this. So somebody's got to make a motion. So I'm going to move, I'd like to be chair. I'm a little selfish, I think. And I would like to nominate David for vice chair, but we have to do one at a time. So I would like to nominate myself for chair, and if there's no second for that, I promise I won't cry. I might cry out in the parking lot, but I won't cry here. Is there a second for that?
Yeah, I'll second that.
Thank you. Do we do the vote now?
Yes. Typically, we do all in favor, but for this, I think I'll do roll call just to make it more organized. Councilmember Lara,
Yes.
Member Schnur,
Yes.
Member Stevens,
Yes.
and Member Valdivia.
Yes.
Thank you, everyone.
Motion passes.
Thank you. Can I make a motion for vice chair now? Is it?
Yes.
I would like to nominate David Valdivia to be vice chair.
I'll second.
Thank you. All in favor? Or, Nicole, do you want to do roll call?
I'll do roll call just to make it the same.
Thank you.
Councilmember Lara,
Yes.
Member Schnur,
Yes.
Member Stevens,
Yes.
Member Valdivia.
Yes.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah, everybody. Wait. Woo! Okay. You got to do it, Isabel. Come on. Woo! Okay. Ashley brought them, and if we don't use them, she gets really hurt. Okay. She'll cry in the parking lot. We'll be out there together. Well, I really am appreciative. Thank you. I hope we all continue to do the great work we do together. I really think we have such great stuff coming, so thank you. Next item, we do approval of minutes. Does anybody want to make a motion to approve the minutes for the last meeting from, was it October or November? From November.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes.
I'll second.
Roll call or? All in favor? Aye?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any noes? Motion, approval of the minutes. C4. This is really personal for me, but not really, but it is. Disc golf program updates and partnership with Ukaipa Disc Golf Club. Doug, I'd like to turn that over to you.
Yes. So we prepared a report and an update just to kind of get everyone up to speed to see where we are. At our last meeting on October 27th, we had some visitors from the community that came and spoke to us about some concerns and about some things going on at the disc golf course at Nicholas Park. And after that meeting and talking to these individuals, we've been able to do some exciting things. In your staff report, you'll see a map of 2 disc golf courses that we have here in our community. One of those disc golf courses is located at Nicholas Park, which is right off of Oak Valley Parkway in Palmer. The second disc golf course that we have is at Fallen Heroes Park, which is off of Oak View. A lot of members in our community might not know that we have these amenities to offer, but this has been something that we're really proud of. The partnership that we were able to start from that October 27th meeting with the Ukaipa Disc Golf Club was in an effort to put some more supplies and to fix up some of the tee boxes at Nicholas Park. And so I instructed staff to reach out to George and Clint from the community and then begin to come up with a plan on what we could do for that. Kevin and his team have done an exceptional job working with volunteers. We purchased some of the supplies and this group of volunteers have begun to redo and refurbish all 9 tee boxes at Nicholas Park for us, and it has been a fun opportunity. We've been dropping off some DG and some new wood, and then also we're covering each of the tee boxes in a synthetic turf. It's going to help it last a lot longer, and also really stands out and pops in the field right now. And so we're happy to report that we have completed 6 of those tee boxes right now, or the club has completed 6 of those tee boxes. And they received the rest of the supplies for tee box 7, 8, and 9 on Friday. And so we've been kind of going little by little on that improvement. And these volunteers have been doing a great job. And so we've been very excited to partner with them and refurbish some of the stuff, and then our efforts. The city does have some future plans for Nicholas Park, and as we work through what those plans look like, one of the things that we want to make sure that we supply opportunities for is for the disc golf group to continue, especially to use the space as it is right now designated for the disc golf, allow them to continue to do that as well. And so it's been a great partnership. We greatly appreciate Clint and George and some of the neighbors and friends that he's been able to bring out there, and just been getting a lot of great comments and texts and pictures from the group, just showing some of the individuals and families that are out there playing with it and doing some good things. So we really greatly appreciate that. The staff report just kind of includes what our efforts were to refurbish, and then a description of the courses as they stand. But if you have any other questions or comments or anything, I know Laura's been out there a couple times as well, Chairman Schnur, and if there's anything else you want to add, please.
Well, I have a lot to say, but first off, the volunteers, some of them live in our community, and they've been using that disc golf course for a long time. And Kevin, I really want to say thank you for supporting them, because before we all started talking about the disc golf, they were pretty sad because they felt that they were not getting any support for what they do. And it's pretty much a global sport that doesn't get a lot of accolades or recognition. And so I think us facilitating this improvement and refurbishment has just been really uplifting, not only for them, but also for us, because the park looks much better than it did before. And so I want to really personally say thank you for making sure that that happens. And I also want to thank everyone in the Parks Department, including you, Doug, for listening to them and taking them seriously and supporting them, because they bring the labor and the supplies, and I know that they've also donated some of the materials themselves too. And that partnership really goes a long way when you're talking about community interaction in Beaumont. It just speaks volumes to how we value our residents and our resources, and we can work together in such a great way. So for me personally, that's just been very uplifting and important to me. I really like the way that they look too. I've seen some of the pictures too, and I've been out there and they look great. So if you do have time, take a little drive by into Nicholas Park and just stop, get out and walk and look. There's more coming. I think they've got some upgrades to the signage that they're kind of working on too, and some other things. And you might get interested in disc golf because it is for everybody. So.
Yeah.
It is for everybody.
Yeah. And we appreciate you helping facilitate that partnership. And I know there some of the residents from Fairway Canyon have been wanting to do some work down there, and so we appreciate you putting that together for us.
Just started with a conversation while I was walking my dog. From there, it kind of grew. So I was really happy to be able to do that. Do we have any callers or any requests from the public to speak?
I have no written requests. Simone, do we have any callers on the line?
We do have one caller.
Okay, you can go ahead and send them in.
Yes.
Caller, can you hear us?
I can.
Go right ahead. You're on with the committee.
Good evening, Chair and committee members. My name is George Lepke, and I'm here on behalf of the Ukaipa Disc Golf Club. I'd like to thank city staff for their continued efforts to improve disc golf amenities and for including our club in these ongoing discussions. We're encouraged by the updates being shared tonight, particularly the tee box enhancements at Nicholas Park, basket relocation at Fallen Heroes Park, and the potential development of a new 9-hole course utilizing baskets donated by Ukaipa Disc Golf Club. Collectively, these improvements enhance safety, accessibility, and the overall experience for all park users. I'd like to recognize our club volunteers, Clint Yates, Ted Mancy, George K. Lepke, and David Wheeler for their efforts supporting these patterns. Disc golf is a low-impact, high-value recreational amenity that serves a wide range of residents, from families and youth to seniors, while activating park space in positive and consistent manner. A potential partnership with the Ukaipa Disc Golf Club presents meaningful opportunities for community engagement and volunteer support. Our club regularly assists cities through organized work days, routine course maintenance, player education, and by serving as a point of contact between city staff and the disc golf community. Our goal is to support city oversight, not replacement, by helping ensure these amenities remain safe, well-maintained, and respected. We appreciate the city's openness to long-term collaboration and look forward to continuing these conversations. Thank you for your time and consideration.
Thank you, George. So that comment was from George. He's the president of the Ukaipa Disc Golf Club, and he's really been coordinating the volunteers along with Clint, who lives in Fairway Canyon, and they're really passionate about it. So I think just from observation, there's more people that use the disc golf than we think, because my attitude used to be kind of poor. I'd go by and see nothing and go, what's that? And then I started realizing the more I looked at it that people are actually in there doing things. I just didn't know what it was. So from my perspective, I feel very encouraged that we're actually giving light to something that could benefit so many people in our community, not just a handful, but quite a few. So does anybody on the committee want to say anything, including our alternate? You're more than welcome to say anything, Isabel, if you have anything. Brian, no?
Do they have like tournaments and stuff? Is that what the Ucaipa Valley, is
Yeah,
that
they
like
do
their home
have,
field or?
Okay. They also use there's some courses in Ucaipa as well that they use. I believe that's the origination of
everywhere.
that club, came from there. But they do frequent this course, and it is something that a lot of their players and members were coming to. And they, kind of brought to our attention a couple things that would make it a little bit better experience for them and for others. So we kind of took those to consideration, and Kevin's been knocking it out of the park, getting them the stuff they need and all that. But it's been a good partnership thus far.
They host tournaments.
They do,
From
yep.
all over, Palm Springs, out of state. They host all sorts of things. They have contests, and George has been leading the Ucaipa group, but it kind of encompasses all of Beaumont as well, because we don't have a Beaumont disc group, but I am going to ask him to add Beaumont to it.
They just recently hosted a tournament at
Yeah.
Nicholas. They had to relocate for something, I think, out of the
They were
that
redoing the
desert
park
area.
in Palm
Yeah,
Springs,
Palm
so they all
Springs
came out
area.
here
So they
to
came out
use
here
the
and
park.
hosted the tournament here, and it was very, very successful, and they had a very large group and great turnout.
They do
Yeah.
Redlands too. There's Ford
Yeah.
Park. There's a disc golf out there too, and
Yeah.
they do all sorts of things. And if you actually start looking at disc golf, it's everywhere. Like there's a global map that you'll just pop your eyes at how many disc golf groups there are. So that's why I think it's one of those things that if we support them, it will just benefit us overall in terms of recreational opportunities in our community as well. Anything else anybody wants to add? No? No motions required, so we're going to receive and file our staff report. Right, thank you. Move on to C5, the citywide mulch program.
Yes.
Fiscal year
Yes.
2025-26 update. Mulch, very exciting.
Yes, very exciting. It is a very exciting thing, and from time to time, we want to be able to, as each of you serve in this capacity, one of the things we want to make sure is that you're well informed on certain things that we're doing and able to carry conversations and help us get the word out on great programs that we have. So I asked Kevin to put together a presentation about some of our mulch, which is super duper exciting, and we love mulch around here. But I'm going to turn it over to Kevin and let him share with you.
Well, good
mulch.
evening. I want to say congratulations to all you guys, council, chair, for your new positions and so forth. We wanted to bring to you tonight just kind of an update of our fiscal year 25-26 mulch program for the city of Beaumont. This mulch goes into different parks, playgrounds, and right-of-ways citywide. In 2025, July 2025, the city issued a purchase order for $175,000 to TurboScape to procure and install brown mulch in some of our right-of-way areas, playgrounds, and multiple locations to the city. So TurboScape, it was issued that PO. They hold their California contractor license, and they're also registered with the state Department of Internal Relations, and specialize in installing mulch. They have these high-capacity trucks, and they distribute anywhere between 60 to 80 cubic yards at one time. And they can do about 3 trucks in a day, which is pretty significant. So I like to call this the woodchuck report. So how much can a woodchuck chuck if a wood could chuck wood, right? So in the city of Beaumont, this fiscal year currently, we are about 2,500 cubic yards of brown mulch, and it's been installed throughout the city at different locations. And I'm not going to go into those locations. We provided you, going to provide you with a short little video as far as the different locations that we went out to different places. So.
Kevin does really good videos.
So those are just some of the areas that we've been able to procure and install mulching throughout the city. So with that, if you guys have any questions, we're here to answer.
And I greatly appreciate Kevin growing this program and council donating, not donating, but allocating so much funds for us to be able to have something like this. And not only is the mulch, visually appealing, but it does serve, great purposes for us in, erosion control, but also weed control. It helps dust control. It helps us do so much. And Beaumont has a lot of space where it can easily get out of control, and the mulch really helps us make things look a lot nicer in our community. So we appreciate the support from council and Kevin and his leadership and his crew helping us to make the city continue to look great.
I thought that was fantastic. I love the aerial view of everything, because the mulch, and even in my community, when we remulch the main road, Palmer, and the mulch goes in, it just brightens up everything. It just really gives it a refreshed, lively look. So I loved looking at that, because I could see the older spots and how great it looks. So fantastic. So they've done DeForge and Shadow Creek and Mickelson. Are there plans for more, or are they done more and they're just not in the video?
Correct. We have, at this point, we've kind of put a stop on installing just because the weather and so
Oh,
forth.
yeah.
So, but there's
No,
there's
get
more
out there.
coming. Yes,
Okay.
there's more coming out.
No excuse.
And they've been out here for probably about 2 months, so they have other areas they have to work on as well, so.
That's awesome. I kind of look forward to seeing where the rest of it's
Yeah.
gonna finish off. 'Cause-
And just like our tree program, when we first initially rolled that out in 2021 with the city and getting on an annual and a biannual basis to trim the trees, we're hoping to continue to grow this budget as well, so that we can get to a consistent point where we're replacing mulch on a scheduled basis, not just, as we have enough, we're just going to do as much as we can. We want to get to a point where there's a plan and a strategy for us to be able to replace these. And so as it deteriorates naturally, we'd be able to come in on a consistent basis and replenish those things.
Awesome. Anybody else have any comments?
I just have a question. I don't know if it's for right now but what's the life expectancy of mulch? I really don't know. And so does it fade away, or does it get ashy? Like, when do y'all decide, hey, it's time to get more mulch?
So that all depends on the surface area and the area as far as whether it's playground mulch. It obviously erodes more faster the more it's played on top of, or it's traveled. As you can see on one of the videos, sometimes you have vehicles travel on it, prematurely, or there's a lot of walking path. So it will decompose, and usually it's around 3 to 4 years, and then you have to replenish it.
And that's that cycle that we want to get to, so that we can strategically know that, okay, Highland Springs was done, 3 weeks ago. So here's the next time, and then be able to share that with the community so that they know, like, hey, this isn't something that happens every 2 months, but maybe it's an every 2-year program if budget allows, or if it's every 3-year program if budget allows. That's our goal.
I will say that this program wasn't as robust as it is right now, because what Doug had mentioned about council and the funds allocated. In some of these areas, this is actually our second time around. Potrero was done probably about 3 years ago. And so as it erodes, we want to continually replenish those and make those areas look aesthetically pleasing, as far as, like Doug was mentioning, keeping the dust down and making it look really nice out there.
Anybody else? Councilman, any comments?
No, I just think Kevin covered that nicely. You see what I did there? The mulch cover.
Oh, wow, that was a good one. That was a good one.
I like that.
Covered.
Oh, yeah, everybody. Woo,
Wow,
Councilman.
that was a good one. That was a good one. This is where this is where you test all those jokes and then take them to council. There you
Oh,
go.
we're going to like this year. This is going to be fun. Okay, so there's no more comments, questions? No. Any requests from the public to speak?
I have no written requests. Simone, do we have any callers on the line?
We have no callers at this time.
So no motion is required, so we'll receive and file that great report. Thank you, Kevin. Up next, we have event updates.
Yeah, we wanted to add a standing item in the agenda so that we could give our staff an opportunity to give updates to events. It felt like every meeting we were coming, there's either events that had recently happened or events that will be happening. So we added this into the agenda format so that you can see it, and I'll let Ashley talk about some of the handouts that we have tonight.
Happy New Year, everybody. Before you have a list of all the fun that we intend to have here in 2026. So you have our 16 citywide events listed here, as well as our 3 event series that take place throughout the year. Upcoming is going to be our Teen and Tween Flashlight Egg Hunt. That's going to be on March 28th, followed by Breezing Through Beaumont on Saturday, May 16th. You have flyers for each of those as well. On the back side of this flyer, you also see our 12 senior events, which are specific to our Club 55 members. And they take place throughout the year, kind of go along with all of our holidays, and is a great opportunity for our senior residents to just kind of make new friends and get to know other areas and things we have going on in the city. Additionally, there is our new in-house programming at the bottom. So we talk about our sports and leagues. We're consistently expanding our volleyball program. We have some plans to expand our basketball to a tournament style as well. And we're looking forward to introducing a indoor soccer, which is called futsal. That'll be inside our CRC. And then once the new fields are complete at the sports park, we intend to start an adult co-ed soccer league there as well. We're also going to be bringing back our youth theater camp this summer and expanding our craft club program. So that's where we offer monthly programs. They're either going to be for adults, youth, or general senior programs. And it's just a great opportunity for people to learn a new skill and hang out. So tomorrow night is a kickoff for 2026. We're doing book bedazzling. So if you're interested, you can stop by and see all the sparkly projects everyone's going to put together. And then late last year, we had introduced our Travel Thursdays or Tour Thursdays for our senior Club 55 members. So that's where we pick a destination throughout town, and the seniors meet there at that location and get a behind-the-scene tour of the facility. So we've done our the CRC, the police department, the new fire station 106, City Hall. We most recently did the Beaumont Library and their expansion project. And then we're looking to move on to other businesses throughout town, so including the movie theater and some of our industrial complexes, just to give them a kind of a look to see, the part that you don't always get to see, how Amazon works, how do the movies run. So it's a great opportunity for them to, again, learn new things. And then below you also see a QR code that'll go to all of our programming. There are some more magazines in the back that have all the programs we have offered in-house or through our contract instructors, and we're continually growing those throughout the year. And I'm happy to answer any questions about any of our programs or any of the events we have coming up.
Anyone on the committee have any questions? Ace, do you have any questions? No? Councilman? Well, thank you, Ashley. I always like the updates on the programs. I did see the volleyball league start too. Just I didn't see it before, otherwise I would have run down. But I'll look for that because that was kind of exciting for me too. And I'm looking at the futsal and the adult soccer league stuff as really good options too. I have a question about the travel. Do we have a long-term plan to expand that to things that might be destinations out of Beaumont, or are we going to just, I don't want to say just, are we going to stay local and really get to know our community first before we even think about that vision?
So the goal would be to stay in town currently. We do have some plans to maybe consider going out to Casino Morongo, seeing if we can meet someone there who might be able to provide that service to us. Our transit department also does travel training, is what they call it. So that's kind of a version of our tours. That's actually where we kind of gotten the idea. So the travel training basically tells seniors how to use our transit system to access different points around Southern California using our commuter links and then via the Metro link. So they've gone down to downtown LA, they go to downtown Disney, things like that. So we're kind of expanding locally with our little traveling program.
Oh, I love it. And those transit programs are really good too. Because there's a bus that goes right from here down to, from Riverside right down to Disneyland, for example. You just have to know.
How to get
So
there.
it's the training of people to do that. When I was teaching, I did a lot of that. I trained parents on using the train to go to San Juan Capistrano, because that's another Metrolink stop that's fantastic. So, well, I'm always excited to get the event stuff, so thank you, Ashley. Anybody have any other comments, questions?
Yeah.
Councilman?
Chair, on the futsal, what's the age range on that? Do we know yet, or is it depending on who signs up for it?
So we're looking at starting with the youth league. We don't have the age ranges specifically spelled out just yet. We're still exploring how we're going to fit that into our schedule amongst our reservations throughout the year and the leagues that we run and our events. So we're in the early planning stages of
Okay.
that one.
Thank you. Looks like fun.
I didn't even know what it was until Sam brought the ball to work, and I got to play with it a little bit. And so, yeah, I'm excited. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I think there'll be a lot of people who really enjoy that program.
What kind of ball is it?
It looks like a soccer ball, but it's weighted, so it doesn't bounce as high, so it kind of sticks to the ground. Looks like a soccer ball.
Looks like a soccer ball, but yeah.
It's very popular.
Yeah, and it's all about like quick passes and a lot of fancy footwork and all that fun stuff. Yeah.
Oh, I'd be great at it.
Oh, obviously.
I heard that Mr. Valdivia is going to be captain of the adults team.
We're all going to come and play futsal.
Yeah, futsal and then a pickleball tournament.
Give
There
us
you
our
go.
uniforms.
Sounds good. We also included just our latest park projects. This was included in the city news that just recently went out, but just kind of giving a few of the updates on some of our park projects that are in the community. Again, these are normally just something that we know that we'll consistently bring back to you. Like I said, the goal is talking points to continue to be a good, help us be a mouthpiece in the community as you talk to neighbors and family and friends and everyone that's out there. Just let them know what's going on and say you heard it from us.
Yeah, I'm kind of glad you brought the Stewart Park. My friend actually lives right across, and he was asking, when is the green fences coming down? So
Yes.
it says right here it's going to commence or start back up in January 26th.
Yes, we are. The description that's in here talks about a pause. We had a pause in construction. That pause was for some grant purposes, and so we applied for a grant for the second phase of that project. We got the grant, which was exciting, and we have been jumping through the federal hoops to receive that grant for a while. The last thing that we had to turn in, we submitted it in December, and we're waiting to get the final letter of concurrence from National Park Services. Once we receive that letter, we'll be able to start construction again for phase one, and then that'll also unlock the money for the phase two grant, and then we'll be able to start the process to go to bid and do all the bid process in awarding that contract for the phase two stuff to begin. So we are optimistic, although there's only like 5 days left in January. And so I'm still optimistic because they keep telling me that the letter is coming, and we've been barking at them. I had a great conversation this weekend with Congressman Ruiz about helping us send some pointed emails and knock on some doors for us when he's in DC. So we're working on it. That's the last piece that we're waiting on, and then construction starts again.
And the sports park, that's on there too?
Yeah, and
Where
Sports
we've
Park,
got-
many of you were at the groundbreaking. We did that. The Sports Park project has been going great. Actually, it's been fantastic. And so there's been a lot of great progress. They're consistently on time or ahead of schedule. Yeah, knock on wood. They're consistently on time or ahead of schedule on construction. The light poles just went in, so if you drive by now, you'll see the new light poles on the southern fields. We just met with the contractor and getting a plan together for the lights that are going to be installed on the north end, and starting to get some of those things going. Grading is well underway, almost down to the precise grading now. So it's coming along really well. So no delay in materials. Everything's been ordered and received. I think the last piece that we're waiting for is the actual turf rolls, and I think they're getting delivered next month. And so we're real excited everything's on time for that project. And so we're shooting for definitely being ready early summer, most likely, for that. And our goal is to have everything ready to go for the fall soccer season when ASO and the other teams start when they come back from the summer break up there. So, but looking like it's going to happen. So,
And Wildflower Park has an update on equipment.
yeah, so this year the CIP included new playgrounds for both Wildflower and the sports park. And so we are working, our goal is to bring those plans or those designs to this group to have a conversation with that. They just weren't ready for the January meeting, but we'll definitely have them at the next one and give an opportunity for some feedback for that as well. And so that was this year's CIP for playground enhancements, which was Wildflower, which will be the 2 playgrounds at Wildflower. They have a 2 to 5 and then a 5 to 12, replacing both of those, and then a pretty substantial and significant improvement to the current sports park playground. And so we're working on getting everything all done with that. And so working with the design team to get things together on the design side, but then also working on the procurement side of things so we can do some co-op purchasing and get the equipment done at a good deal.
And not to be annoying, but do we have an update on Nicholas?
Yeah, we just met, actually was one of Don's first meetings. We got to meet with the design team and kind of get an update where we are for them. Palmer is almost, we're about 90% plans, and so we made a few tweaks on a couple things with the dog park and some gazebo things and at the Palmer Park. And then we're trying to work through some of the issues that we're having with Nicholas and what to do next. The water table underneath Nicholas is a little challenging, and so we're working on some new designs for the footings for all the new lights that are going around the soccer field and the different field areas down there on that proposed area. And so that is going back to their engineers and their design team to work on some things because the water table is as high as it is.
So for our new members, and I don't know, Ace, if you were here when we first started talking about Nicholas and Palmer, but David's been through all this, and I know Councilman Laura knows the history, but Nicholas is going to become a different entity. And Palmer's a little park up in Fairway, and that's going to become the dog park. Mm-hmm. And the dog park that's down there is going to move, potentially, in theory. And so there's a whole redesign of the park at the bottom, which will, when it's staff comments, I'm going to ask you to do something for our new members. If you go to Nicholas Park now, just to the west of where the disc golf is now, you'll notice a dog park that's in the perfect shape of a baseball field. Yes. And so we're going to turn that into a baseball field, softball field, with lights, and then also do some other improvements on the east side as well. That's why the water table is a problem, because it's got a flooding issue down there. It has to be addressed in order to make it stable for whatever's installed there. Yes. So a lot of our parks were developer parks prior to them becoming city entities. And so when the developer put them in, they put them in according to what they had agreed to. And so there's been a lot of things that have to be adjusted or whatever because of the length of time that they've been there. So that's why the conversations are ongoing about certain parks and the improvements. So just so that you're aware, it's been a long conversation, but really it's getting to a really great point where it'll be way more usable than it already is, even though it's gorgeous down there. Sure. And in the parks projects, and you'll notice this in our magazine as well, there's a guide, and it kind of tells you where we are in those projects. So there's these little green symbols that are in the flyer and in the magazine as well. And so it tells you what we're trying to do. So for example, like Chair Schnur was talking about so we're in conceptual design. That's why we got the pencil design looking next to the Nicholas Park. And then we're also trying to bridge the gap in funding. And so that's why the dollar sign is there. So it lets you know specifically what's going on. I like that. That's good. That's a good code right there. Little things so that when people say, where are we at, we're in those. And if they ever want to know what entails the conceptual design, I can fill them in on that type of stuff. But yeah, that's what that guide is, and those little symbols. Excellent. So I'm assuming that's our staff comments section, or did you want to move on to staff comments? That can serve as staff comments. Yeah, the park stuff. Thank you. Yes. Okay.
Sorry, I jumped ahead.
No, don't be sorry to me. City Council, Councilman Laura, do you have any? It's your opportunity to bring
No,
any
I'm-
comments.
I'm good right now. Thank you very much.
Okay. Committee members? Go ahead.
Mr. Doug, just a question. Do y'all did like a park tour?
That's what I was going to ask.
And the only reason I asked
I
is
knew
because
that's what you
like,
were gonna ask.
like if you told me like, hey, B, I'd give you X amount of dollars to name the parks in the city and stuff, I couldn't and wouldn't be able to. So I'm
Sure.
just wondering if
Yeah.
there's like an
That's a good
opportunity.
contest.
I would, I might be able to do that. I think I could.
was-
But I figured that was going to be
Yeah.
part of your comments. So when we started 2 years ago, we did offer to the committee members sometimes that if they wanted to come with myself and staff and do a park tour. And so we will extend that same invite to all of our new members. If that is something that you would like to do, we would gladly love to do that. I think it was a fun few days where we got to take different committee members out and just kind of do a little field trip around town, show them all the parks and show them some of the places. I know you know the CRC really well and what goes on there, but yeah, absolutely, we would love to partner and take you around town. So
So how many are there?
19.
How many facilities total? 22 or 21? Because you have to include the center, and we added Sorenstone.
Yeah, 19, the parks, that was just parks, just
Yeah.
parks, just
Yeah,
parks,
19
yes.
Yes. Yes. And that was, I was going to ask you, because Doug's a fantastic tour guide. Mr. Story is a fantastic tour guide, and you would enjoy an excellent tour of all of the facilities. And Ace, if you haven't done that either, I would suggest that you do
Absolutely.
it. It'll actually help you in your career goals too, to actually see whatever your career goals are. I guarantee you, a park tour will help you on your resume.
It is
okay?
the best. It is the
Because
best.
you
Yeah,
will learn
absolutely.
things that you would not learn from a textbook, and that's all professional.
I
and you will-
think last time, Nicole, I will do the same thing like we did last time. I will offer up a few dates and different times. We did, afternoons, mornings, evenings, whatever works best in your schedules, and I'll offer up some different times, and we'll get them locked into the calendar in the next month or so. Yeah, absolutely.
Any other questions or comments? It's our time to chatter about ourselves, with things that we want to do, ask questions. No? I have one last. When we're done with the T-pads, can we get that drone out there to do a little video of the disc golf course?
Absolutely.
Thank you. I would really appreciate that. I think it would just be really powerful to see it from up above, because it does look great.
Clint and George have been sending me some updates and text messages and pictures, and I'm just so grateful that they've been able to, we've been able to partner with them, and just, yeah, it's looking fantastic.
Yeah, thank you. Other than that, do we have any other business that needs to be addressed? Nope. Are we ready to adjourn? Okay. The next meeting will be Monday, April 27th at 4 p.m., unless it's otherwise posted. Meeting adjourned. Thank you, everybody.